I'm just wild about drinking, and drinking's so fine for me. I don't want to buy it in the shops, I want to get it nearly for free. I'm making limoncello, that's right, I'm making limoncello so nice. Hi there, thanks for watching. If you haven't already guessed it by the introduction music, this is going to be a video on how to make your own limoncello. Very popular drink, especially with the Italians and the Portuguese, and you may have tried it at one of those restaurants. Very simple to make, but and it's got very few ingredients, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make two separate videos. The first one is going to be on what you actually need to infuse your lemons into your alcohol base and how to do that, and the second one is what to do once you've infused, that infusion has taken place, which is going to take about 2 weeks. Can be a week, 2 weeks, depending on how strong you want your lemon flavour. Okay, so what do we need to make limoncello? Really, there's only 4 things. The first thing is lemons, obviously, and try to get unwaxed lemons, and if you can't, don't worry too much, because you can just wash the wax off with a bit of warm water. Tesco at the moment is doing unwaxed lemons, reasonably priced, and that's what I've got here. Some people say use organic lemons, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just going for Tesco standard lemons. I've found them to be perfectly adequate for limoncello. Secondly, you need an alcohol base. Now then, I use just a standard supermarket own vodka. This one's Tesco, and once again the supermarket stuff is absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be a really expensive vodka, because we're infusing it with lemons. Don't buy a really cheap nasty vodka. I suggest you stick with the supermarket stuff. Thirdly, we need a waterproof and sealable jar to infuse everything in, and this one is from Wilkinson's, and it's £2.25. More than adequate for what we need, and you can't beat it on price, and it's really good quality. Lovely top with a good rubber seal in it. And finally, we need a vegetable parer, and this is to be able to take the zest off the lemons, and it's nice and easy to use, nice and safe, and I've found without a doubt it's the best way to do it. So let's get making. So we're going to take a lemon. Now then, the observant of you out there will notice that this is not the peeler that I showed you at the beginning of the video. The previous peeler I used, I found it was blunt and it was cutting too thickly, and it was cutting strips like that. Now then, the zest is the orange, the coloured bit. The pith is the white bit. The pith, as you may know, is quite bitter, and if we have too much pith on the zest, our limoncello will be bitter. So we want it to be as close to the zest as possible when we cut it. So I'm not going to use that bit, but all we do is take a peeling, and that's more like it. That's the zest, and that's the inside. Hardly any pith on it whatsoever. So all we have to do is peel all of our lemons. I didn't mention how many lemons we needed. You need about, to make a bottle of limoncello, or for 70 centilitres, you need about 10 lemons. And that'd be nice. So if you're making a litre, that's about 13 lemons. There's one done. Now then, don't throw your lemons away. Obviously there's a lot of stuff there, so you can actually freeze these and pull them out and defrost them when you need them. They will be a bit mushy, but you can also squeeze them and make a lemon drink. You can use them to do a load of household stuff, such as descaling kettles and taps and things like that, making your chrome and your metal taps all nice and shiny. Loads of uses for them, so don't throw them away, don't waste them. And if you go off and make a cup of tea, I'm going to carry on peeling these, but I'll save you having to watch this, and so let's just fast forward. One thing I will say about lemons is your lemons need to be as fresh as possible. When lemons get a bit old, they lose their moisture through their skin, and we've all seen the shriveled up lemons in our fruit bowl, and they become incredibly difficult to peel. And so buy your lemons, this is my recommendation, buy your lemons on the day you're going to make your limoncello, and make sure they're nice and fresh and firm. Right, that is 10 lemons peeled, and all that leaves us to do is put the vodka into the jar. Now then, we're going to put, it's a large jar, so I'm going to put about 70 centilitres in, which is about that much. And as you can see, it's enough to cover the lemons. In fact, sod it, let's put the full litre in. Lots of lovely limoncello. Okay, we're going to leave that to infuse for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And once that's done, I'll be able to make the second video to show you the next stage of making limoncello. And that is how easy it is to make that stage of limoncello. Get your nice fresh lemons, peel them, stick the peels into a jar, pour vodka over it, do your jar up, and leave it for a week or 2. Couldn't be simpler, could it? So remember, I'm going to make the second part of this video in a couple of weeks' time when the lemons have infused into the vodka, and that will describe the next stage of making and completing your limoncello. So please keep an eye out for that video. If you liked this video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Bye.